Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're cracking open a hip-hop track that feels less like a song and, I don't know, more like a philosophical manifesto.
A very intense one at that.
Yeah, for total self-destruction and radical reconstruction. We're diving deep into N.U.M.B's track, Rebirth.
And N.U.M.B often stands for Never Underestimate My Belief.
Exactly. And true to that name, what we're looking at here is just this brutal, high-stakes commitment to change.
Right.
So our mission today is pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
We want to unpack the core message in these lyrics, which is this absolute non-negotiable choice to start over.
Yeah.
And to never, ever look back.
And that choice, it begins with fear, not celebration. I mean, the intensity is there from the very first lines. He establishes this need to get real.
He does.
And he even acknowledges the danger in it, saying, if I reveal the steel, I might end up aiming it at myself when I clearly look in the mirror.
Wow. So the process itself is a threat.
It is. You realize right away this transformation isn't light or easy. The source material says it explicitly. I'm starting over with fear. So this isn't some fun new chapter.
No.
It's an absolute dangerous mission that he feels he has to complete no matter what the internal cost is.
And that idea of a deliberate, almost painful choice, that's the anchor for the whole track, isn't it?
Completely.
The central line isn't passive at all. It's an aggressive affirmation. This is my rebirth. And no, I chose to start over. No, I'll never return.
He chose to. It's voluntary.
It's voluntary. It's non-negotiable. And it seems like it requires a total clean break.
And what's fascinating there is how he frames his old identity.
The villain.
Yeah, he calls his past self a villain gifted with a single curse.
That's so complicated, right? A villain, but also gifted.
Exactly. It's not just, I was bad, now I'm good. He's acknowledging that, maybe that destructive part of him also came with some kind of capability.
I wonder, though, if that gift came at a cost to what other people expected of him.
How so?
Well, he talks about disappointing people. He says he was asked for a man with a strength of 10, but he only came back with $1,000.
Right.
It just sounds like he completely failed to deliver on some massive promise. He fell way short.
Precisely. And this rebirth feels like a direct reaction to that failure.
To not meeting those old standards of success.
Yeah. And that commitment to change, like you said, is absolute. He uses this brutal metaphor for it.
The soldier in the tree?
The soldier and the tree. Watch me live like a soldier before I leave like a tree you think that I'd root for it to burn.
I mean, just think about that. A tree has roots. It's tied to its past.
Stuck in one place.
Right.
Yeah.
But a soldier just moves forward, focused on survival. He's saying he won't even wish his path life well. He wants it gone. Annihilated.
It's a really visceral way to say, I'm nuking my entire history so I can rebuild from the ground up.
Okay, but this next part, this is where it gets really interesting, I think. Because right after he establishes this radical break from himself, the lyrics just pivot. They start rejecting all these traditional value systems, especially money. And this is the part that, for me, just hits so hard today, is this aha moment about what society says we're worth.
Yeah, that part is sharp.
He says, if logic was a profit, I should be rich. I overstock. It's stuck on common sense. He's pointing out the hypocrisy.
The world says it rewards logic, but the rewards go elsewhere.
Exactly. He sees that his own common sense has no actual market value.
And that realization is what sets up his whole 3-cent manifesto. He just scoffs at what other people think. He says, a penny for your thoughts wouldn't be worth the money spent.
He's devaluing the traditional currency of an idea. A penny is worthless to him.
Totally. So instead of accepting that rate, he offers his own, I may give you my 3 cents and let you cash in on the bet.
So he's literally valuing his own perspective at, what, 200% above market rate?
He is. And that's so relevant for us. When we're all trying to figure out our worth outside of a salary or social media, he's just saying, define your own currency.
And that idea of value shifts right into respect. He says he never expected respect until I never got it.
Then he follows it up with, disrespect is what you earned.
It's transactional. He's saying, you earned this disrespect, and now that I'm reborn, I'm here to collect.
Yeah.
But let me push back on that for a second. If this rebirth is such a total break,
okay,
how do we square that with the line about integrity? He says he would never sell my soul, but I could rent it to the devil. Isn't renting still hedging your bets a little?
That's a really sharp observation.
It sounds like he's keeping ownership, But he's willing to, play in the dark if it serves the mission.
I think you're right, and I think it points to a kind of pragmatic compromise in this whole rebirth. He's saying the old moral rule book is out the window.
But he still has a line.
He still has a personal line. He won't sell ownership. He might use the devil's tools, but only on a lease,
Yeah.
It just signals a complete shift in his whole operating system.
A different plane of existence.
That's it. He confirms it. He says, not on common grounds, I'm underneath a higher level. He's basically elevated himself above all that common earthly judgment. The rent is just a tactic.
And that kind of external defiance must take an incredible amount of internal struggle. And he describes that struggle in such visceral, physical terms.
He really does.
He talks about feeling mentally arrested, just trapped.
Yeah, locked in his own head.
But he finds a way to use that pain. He has that really powerful metaphor about it.
The bullet.
The bullet. Putting a bullet in my chest, pull it out like a needle, and let it pressure and rest. He's taking this deep internal wound
and turning it into armor. He's letting it settle like pressure in a protective vest. It becomes fuel.
And that internal pain, that's probably why he rejects all the praise he used to get.
I think so. He says he was sick of being told that I was cleverly better than all the rest.
Because the compliments felt hollow.
Exactly. They were missing the point, missing the truth of his internal fight.
So then the external war becomes a war against perception itself.
Right. And for him, it's a fight that never, ever ends. Survival law of fittest, the mission is never finished.
And the goal is total. It's just me against the world. Leave it diminished. He's not trying to coexist.
No, and he dismisses his critics so completely. He calls them simple-minded and says his own verses are expendable.
Which is an interesting choice of words.
It is. He says it's because everyone's been blinded by lyrics they call dependable. He's positioning himself as the complex truth-teller in a world that just wants easy, comfortable lies.
And that commitment to a deeper truth, it leads him to wanting to stay unknown.
Yeah. He says, I'm solo underground now. I believe that I'm treasure. Wasn't meant to be found before they control all the weather.
So the world is so corrupt, so controlled by these outside forces.
That his true value, his treasure, has to stay hidden to survive.
Okay, let's unpack this. The final verses really feel like a summary of this whole philosophical shift, moving from the past to revealing this new truth.
And he uses some incredibly powerful metaphors about time here. He says he gave up on the future, then I wrapped up my lessons. By letting go of the stress about what's next.
He could finally understand the past.
He gained clarity, yeah. And then there's the Pandora's box metaphor. He puts the past in the box, let Pandora have attention.
So he's sealing the past away. Stop wasting energy on it.
Totally. And then he says he opened the tack on a class of just tension, basically releasing all that pent-up internal conflict.
Then
now he's revealing the truth like I'd done opened up the present.
That shift from internal to external action brings us to that really dangerous bridge metaphor.
Shelling.
He insists, I don't burn bridges and I don't start any matches. He's framing himself as reactive, not the one who starts the destruction.
Right. I won't start it.
But then he follows it up immediately with this incredibly specific threat. If you light up the matches, I guess it's ashes to ashes because I'm going to light up a mattress after I tie you to the frame.
Whoa.
I mean, he's saying, I won't start the fire, but if you do, my response will be personal, calculated, and just absolute.
The whole thing is really a blueprint for radical self-reliance.
It is.
It's the journey of someone who just systematically rejects every piece of external validation, expectations, money, acceptance. It's all earned power.
Not inherited.
Not at all.
Yeah.
That line, I wasn't born under crown, says it all.
Yeah.
He did a total internal audit on himself, and the result is this almost military-grade commitment to self-preservation and his own truth. It's a fascinating document.
It truly is. And we'll leave you with one final thought to mull over from this deep dive. The narrator claims, I kept it 100 when I had 99 problems.
Which is a flip on the classic line, of course.
A total flip. And keeping it 100 means, maintaining complete authenticity, pure truth.
Okay.
So if he had 99 problems and now he's keeping it 100, does that mean the one problem left, that central conflict that started this whole rebirth, is actually the most dangerous one he finally has to face? Or is 100 the new state of being he achieved because he finally solved all 99? Something for you to consider.